welcome. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the TradeVSA post-COVID-19 rally, the furniture sector, how to build a winning portfolio with Robie. So there are two parts to tonight's presentation about really teaching you how to find those good stocks, the technique to build it, and and see how we go from there. So the talk will compromise of looking both from a technical side as well as looking from the fundamentals and a little bit things that I felt that you should also know of. So there's always been my talk. Hi Raja. Okay, those of you who are listening for the first time, type 1. I really appreciate. Hi Raja. And do click like, okay, and also like the Facebook page. As you can see on the scrolling by, and go to the page and just like it, because I want you to make money, to be frank with you. And I think tonight's discussion will definitely do that. All right, let's move on. Okay, now for those of you who are listening for the first time, and do join our Telegram follower, right, and be updated. I think today we did talk about Air Asia got PN17 because of relief or not. So those are the things that we always talk about. And Air Asia, something we talk about 2 weeks ago, right? What did I say? You all remember what did I say about Air Asia? Don't buy yet, right? At one point in time, you need to buy, but you still need to wait for the green pentagon. So the green pentagon was very important, right? Very important to determine where you should be looking at. So do join our Telegram and do update it in there. So also our YouTube subscriber, we are getting very close to my first K. I don't really promote a lot about YouTube. We hope that some of you can go on and click on subscribe, because it will help also in the marketing of our YouTube to you. Again, tonight's presentation, we will package it up and put it up on YouTube, and really you can share this with your friend and also watch it, because the information that we have are quite relevant going forward in here. All right, and don't forget our SMARTRobie that we have, and do share this with your friends, and you will get more free credits. Every time I always tell people, you don't need to top up. Or if you want to use the premium alert during the daytime, right? That's an important one, because that one's going to help you money. So what you do, you can share this with your friend, and every time when you share, you get 200 credits. I think that's important. Your friend will get it too, and you will get it too. This is where we do using the research that we have on the technicals, fundamentals, as well as Robie, to sort of package it up together and give it to you. And tonight, all the research is done using purely just SMARTRobie, and you can do the same thing too. So one of the things that we do in our talks like this is to share with you in there. All right. Now, Gina asked, what is the green pentagon? There is a tutorial on YouTube. Just type Pentagon Guider and go and look at that. Now, some of you who are really not familiar with the terms that we talk about it, there are lots of tutorials that I have here on the YouTube, right? Just go ahead, look at it. It's absolutely free, because I know some of you are pretty tight with your budget or whatever the case is. The education here we provide are totally free. Even SMARTRobie is free. And when you're ready, you want to join our masterclass that you see on the right hand side. It's our 3-day premier course where we teach people more than what you listen. And when you're ready, do join us. Our next intake will be in August. Okay, so breakfast show, the morning talk, has been really successful due to many of your support that we have, and we do it Monday to Friday, 10 to 10:15, except tomorrow. Okay, do take note, I won't be on air tomorrow. As I told everyone this morning, I'll be attending a day training, training where I update my skill. I also hope that many of you will update your own skill, just like me, your Sifu here. If you call me Sifu, I also update my skill, and I come and share and teach you guys over on our free talk in here. So I want you to do the same too. There are many Sifu out there. Go and learn out from them. Look at the pro and look at the cons. I think at the end, you be the decide which is right for you too. All right. Of course, in our sector, we generally cover a lot of macroeconomics and topics, which I think very important. If you do understand those, then you will get into it. All right. Now let's go on to the next in here is the breakfast show. Now take note that these are the stock pick that I picked. Most of you have been following. I have a very good pick so far. Of course, it's the market been great. So if you look at it on the 16 and 13, some of the best pick were about 51% for Comark, and KUB about 40% return. That was on the 30th, and we have a 80% win rates. So those of you who really want to know the win rates, how to have good win rates, this is the use a camera, just like a QR code, take photo. This will take you to a video which is 1 hour long, but you will follow the instruction that I have there. Skip to the 30 over minutes where I have the steps and the trading setup. Those are the rules, helps you to pick it. If not, you just follow me every morning at 10:15, or you have time, just watch it in the evening. You will see how I pick the stock and you can learn the same thing too. I think that's also important too. Okay, so meanwhile, all right, I always start with the meanwhile. I always want to tell you a really good story. Okay, good story that sort of really brings up in the present. Now meanwhile, this is a slightly older story, but why it came up to me is because, you know, when I see this fella, now when you see this guy up here, what is the first thing come in your mind? Can you type that in? All right, can you type that in? What is the first thing that you see? This shadowy figure. All right. Okay, he looks like a what? He looks like an assassin. No, he's not an assassin. He's actually a Japanese, a very, very famous. Back in he's been training since high school. Now he appears on Bloomberg. I think some of this may have heard this story before. The reason why I bring it up is because he only after he's been really been in the market for almost 20 years. He traded since in university. Now he's in his early 40s. I think he's early 40s, almost 20 over years of trading. So he came up with a Japanese book called The Investment Philosophy of the Man Who Single-Handedly Moved the Nikkei. Now, why is this important? I brought it up is because when you look at the technique that was discussed in this book, I know it's anyone know Japanese? Anybody know Japanese? If you know Japanese, right, please type it in there, Japanese. Okay, just type it in there, Japanese. Right. Now this story goes by, he is a Japanese trader, CIS, and he's well followed. He's followed by 270,000, now maybe more than 250,000 in here. Just type CIS trader, right? So he came out with a book. It's all in Japanese. Unfortunately, I can't read Japanese, so I have to wait for the English translation. And it became a bestseller on Amazon Japan. Now, what this story talks about, how he, of course, the ghostwriter, not him, he didn't write the book, how he made 202 million US dollar from just from 3 million yen to 23 billion yen, okay, in year 2000. That's right, he started his career in year 2000, now it's already 2020. And while he was still in university, as I said before, 20 years ago. Now, why is this important is that the methodology that we share with you, the volume spread analysis, is the same thing that what he's using, right? It's price and volume using Wyckoff and VSA. All right. Now, why I'm bringing this up? Because on the 18th of July, I will study a case study for him. Okay. So make sure you mark it down on your calendar on the 18th of July on Saturday 2 to 4 p.m. Right. I'll be doing a talk on one of the case study in here. How he made that. How much did he make? Wow. 23 billion yen. Is that a lot or not? Now, is that a lot? Type it in there, right? So that's a lot. That's what he did. He made 23 billion. That's a lot more. So that is the URL code, so you can take a photo of that one and register for this talk here. It's completely free. Again, a lot of this information I'm sharing with you is what we talk about, the power of knowledge in your hands. Okay, so this is actually what happens in 2015, the trade that he made 200 million, right? So this was the trade you could see using, just putting back into TradeVSA on the Nikkei 225 futures, right? You can see lots of weakness around the 2080, and the market fell all the way down. Right, and of course, what did he do? Can you type that? What did he do? All right, just type it in there. What did he do? Right, I'm sure you all know, right? He shorted the market, isn't it, and make tons of money. So it's also important to learn how to short. Just because now the market, is going up, you can make money going up, but you also must need to learn to short. So again, here's a QR code. I'll come for the talk July 18. I want to, get your friends and your colleagues all to come and listen to this talk. How I break it down for you, the CIS trader, right? So next time when I talk about CIS trader, you will know what I'm talking about, right? Because he uses price and volume, which is part of volume spread analysis. All right, that's great. So let's move on. 5 known facts. Okay, let's go on to our 5 known facts that we have for you right now in here. Now, the first one, I think I brought it up also today, right? Just sort of start off where we are. 5 known facts. Number 1, the vaccine is coming soon. Now, the vaccine for the Sinovac, which is between the military and the France company, if I'm not mistaken, they already started the 3rd stage vaccine. So they're quite confident by, I think, November. So 3rd stage, they're trying out on 8,000 or 6,000 healthcare professionals in Brazil. So these are humans, live tests. So once they test it out for them, right, you know how much they're going to produce? 100 million. They're able to produce 100 million vaccine within a very short period of time. So what does that mean? That means a lot of rubber glove will to come down, and then the market will go up. All right. So that's what, when you come and listen to my talk, I keep reminding you of the importance of following the news and make sure you're piecing together the chart. Learning to read VSA, just like CIS trader, there is important. Who knows? You know, one day you may know how to short the market. Don't say you make 20 billion. Maybe you say you make $10,000. Isn't that great? Right? Think about that. All right. So you think what I say makes sense? Just give me a thumbs up. All right. So the next known fact is also, I think many of you know, is number 2. Is Bank Negara cut interest rate 1.75, okay, 1.75% from 2, and right now there are news already they're going to cut in September. That means what we're going to see is that we're going to see a stimulus into the market, because people are not going to put money in fixed deposit anymore. Am I correct? So they're going to be pushing and pumping into the market. That's why you're here for tonight, isn't it? Because I'm going to recommend you 3 or 4 dividend shares that you can buy right now at very, very low stage, and you can make a very good, decent return. Okay, so this is why we are saying this. Now also we talk about a next one, number 3, right? The third known fact is the snap election. Now, how many of you are able to vote in GE15? Now, I was told you need to re-register again, right? So do take note. Those of you especially who are listening from overseas, right there, right? Be ready to come back. We need you to come back for the snap election. Likely the earliest will be in November. So 4th quarter lah. Now why on this one is partly you all know too, right? Because of the good handling of the COVID-19, a lot of stimulus, a lot of people were happy, much happier with PN, despite of the of the burden that they have and the correlation that they have. They did a pretty good job on COVID if you compare to US, isn't it right? Am I say this, right? So this is why the snap election is coming. So next week I'm trying to figure out whether I will do a talk on political link counters next Wednesday, same time this night. So I have to do a bit of research for you guys in here. Again, my talk is completely free. All you need to do is just share in your timeline. That's all we are going for. Okay, so snap election coming, interest rate cut, COVID-19, what does it all going to give out to? It is likely we will break the old high 1618. Just take note of that. The 1618 level was made in this 30th of December 2019. So right now we are just less than 2% on that part. All right. So this is important. I'm going to share with you in here. You should get your camera ready and take photos of this, right? So this is a signboard. We always tell people, just like you go to play the games, a signboard. So you look at the boom and bust clock. Okay, boom and bust clock is important. So right now, why I share with you news? Every time when there's a little small signal, you put it into this chart here. You see, right? So on the 7th of July, BN will BN Bank Negara Bank Negara Malaysia cut interest rate to 1.75 and more cut in September. So you will see that will, let me just bring out my is my pace okay so far? If my pace okay so far, just type 2. All right, just if my pace is okay so far, just type 2. So I will know, okay? So if you look at it, right now, the interest rate falling and continue to fall, we will see rising prices. So what does that mean? If you go to item number 9, we came out from recession now. All the bad news is we already had. This is the recession in here. So we're going to go through a new boom. Now this boom and bust clock has been around for 100 years. It's a summarized one that looks at it, the market very easy. All right, so you just look for a sign that I always talk about in this talk inside here. So I always connect this back to this, because so that way you understand better. So with that, you know how to manage your money better, because at the end of the day, you are the fund manager for yourself. Okay, so take note of this one in here. So in here, then look out for the sign. Okay, just take note, number 9, we are number 9, number 10, number 11. Now, what do you think? Where are we now? Can you type in where are we now? All right, in this boom plus number upper. What is number what here? So these are the signs that, especially those of you who hasn't been trained to read the chart, this boom and bust clock makes it so much easier right now. I think we are number 8, 7 to 8. Okay. So we are number 7 and number 8. So that's kind of important to know where we are as commodity prices. So what does it mean? It means commodity prices, You know what's commodity prices? Our CPO, isn't it? CPO, right? Our crude palm oil, right? Is going to move up. Now it's around 2005. Now remember, in December last year, we were at 3,000. Okay, now it's 2005. So there is a possibility of 500, and also India and is going to be buying back from us. So there's a lot of good talks happening in there. So just take note of that one. Okay. Now the fourth fact, which one? The foreign funds continue to sell less. Now that's very important. Now, very important. I said before, when the foreign fund start to buy, the KLCI will go through the roof. How many of you agreed on that one? If you agreed that one, just type foreign funds. Just type foreign funds so I'll know. Okay? So type in foreign funds, then I will know. Because this is important. Once this thing come, it's going to fly. So one of our package that we have on our TradeVSA is this chart here. Now this chart, you won't see it anywhere. You only see it in our TradeVSA package. Those of you who want to subscribe, we have it. So you look at it, first time we have, so what I was looking for is looking for the sign. Remember the boom and clock, and many of you got it right. Number 7. Okay, so one of the other sign that you want to look for is foreign fund coming in. So the reason why I want to train you well, so when you spot all this sign, you're going to know, hey, Martin told me about this, I better get ready, you know. Now fixed deposit cannot buy, but if I want to buy Sharia, how to buy? And this is the one. So you can see number 1, number 2, number 3, the 4th time foreign fund masuk, and then yesterday the 7th time. So you can see the green one, okay, the green one is good, green is good, red not so good. So you see this blue line here is our KLCI. We broke through, we are just a couple of points more to 1650, but this green was beautiful. Now remember earlier on I talked about, if you look on the left hand side here, you can look at my laser pointer. We usually average minus how much? You all remember or not? How much do we average? Minus how many? Minus 200 million outflow, isn't it? Our foreign fund minus 200 million outflow. No good, no good. Foreign fund flow, stock market drop 1. Okay, take note, I remember that. But the last 1 month in May onwards, we didn't average minus 200 million. We are going to minus, if you see here, this one here, if you look to the left hand side, we are only minus less than 100 million. So I already tell people that every week, if you come and watch this, this is one of the signs that I want to train you, totally free of charge. Okay, so if you come for my talk every week, it's totally free of charge. I want to train you on this part here. So you look at here where you see minus 50 million in here. This is the part where it starts to move up. Now we see this moving up in here, and that's why the foreign funds come in, this thing will move. I can tell you that. All right. So do take note. This is now you like this. If you like this type foreign fund, okay. Yeah, Terence is right. I think the foreign funds are coming in already. Okay, when foreign funds come in, because our market is very small, to be frank with you, very kuchi red lah. Yes, very small only. So when they come in few 100 million, they'll flood the market. So first thing they'll see, hey, Maybank is cheap, buy. Public bank is cheap. Buy. Remember this morning on our breakfast show, I talked about the banking stock, right? Now, one of the stocks I always talk about, right, which I share in the group was RCE Capital. Now, those of you who have Bloomberg, those of you who no need Bloomberg, those of you who have SMARTRobie, can you type in RCE Capital? RCE Capital. You look at the FA rating. That's the stock I've been talking about it. And 2 days ago, today is so up 4% already, right? Now type it in there. The RC Capital is one of the stock I've been telling people to buy. And who knows, as I said before, foreign fund comes in, this bugger will move. All right, because when they come in, they'll look for anything that is undervalued one. Of course, they don't have SMARTRobie, right? You only got SMARTRobie, right? They haven't got SMARTRobie. So they will go through, they'll get their analysts to check. Finally, they found those who have good rating, they will buy them up. Because those are what we call undervalued shares, all right? So this is what we're talking about in here. So again, flashback 7 weeks ago, very, very bad news. You know, people also say, oh, you want to die, no job, things like that. So then we have the purchasing manager index. This was in June. Okay, came out, we rise to 51. Now remember, anything that go down won't go down forever. So that's why it's very important you listen to me. I will tell you, you must train yourself to buy on bad news. Train yourself to buy on bad news and train yourself to sell on good news right now, right? What is good news now? The rubber glove is very good news, right? We are saying the COVID-19. So you must train to sell, get ready to sell your rubber glove. Because when rubber glove turn, you didn't say I didn't tell you, Okay. Okay, RCE Capital. Good. You guys got it right. Okay, RCE Capital. So the thing will turn and then the market will move. So also, and then, of course, our finance minister, Tengku Zafro, came in and said, hey, next year our GDP will grow 6.3 to 7.5. This year we are -2. Remember, earlier on one of the slide, -2 to 0.5. So you can see the anticipation of the stock market, why it can crack through 16. How many think we can crack through 1618? the old high, just type in there. Greater than 1618, do type it in there. If you can crack through the 1618, that's good, which means a lot of your investments are going to make back the money, especially those mid-cap stocks, those who have the good FA rating. My, oh my, that's going to make you money. Am I correct? Okay. So, fact number 5. So the fact number 5 is the market is correcting now, as I said before. Take partial profit and then ready accumulate. Now, right, as you see, this is a red pentagon in here. And right now, just 3 days ago, time to get back into the market. So use the Pentagon Guider as a guide. And this is also confirmed by Vincent Lau, one of the top research analysts in one of the broker houses. I'm not going to mention name, right? He said it is a healthy profit-taking activity, and we expect the market to rally, in the stock market to continue to be boosted by cut in interest rate. Now remember, right, the reason why I'm telling you all this is because when a certain analyst says something, you need to be backed up by facts. You back up with facts, just all those signs, right? Remember the boom and bust clock? So you back up with facts, you look at the chart, so you're fully protected, just like as I said before. And so that way, if you continue to follow me and you use our tools right inside there, I bet you sure can make money one. You cannot make money, you WhatsApp to me, okay? Something not right lah. Correct. So this is important in here, just take note of that one. So TradeVSA, of course, our company, we have our own patent, we have our technology in here. You can see we've been correct all the time when it first came out, and then we were asked to take profit. We were right on the red pentagon in there, and then if you look at it, which you guys already know, you've been listening to me every week. I keep flashing this because I want to show you those signs correspond to the boom and bust clock. Okay, important. So right now we are at 35%. Technically, we are into a bull market, and we are at minus 1.5% from the old high in February. Okay, and from the last high 1618 from the 30th of December 2019. So right now we got green pentagon in here. So what do you think? So again, those few factors. So when you read the newspaper or when the market go up, don't pretend to be surprised, okay? You already know the facts. I've given you the facts. Important. Facts is important, all right? So let's move on to the what's happening in the world. Now, if you look at US has surged up a lot. Now, one of these things is because I did talk about it on Tuesday, the morning bell. The breakfast show, the money talk show with SMARTRobie. 4.8 million jobs were created despite the record cases of COVID-19 in US. But there is what we call a great disconnect. Now a lot of people, time and time again, they come to, hey, we got 47 million people unemployed. Why is the stock market going up? I don't understand. But this is where we talk about the great disconnect. I will be always talking about this term and this thing because right now only certain sector who have digitized, digitization, they always talk about on the radio and newspaper, will survive. Now how many of you believe that digitization, digitization, very important, those companies who can digitization is going to work out. Now this is a professor called Jeremy Siegel. He says that look, Dow can hit 30,000, which many of you agree. How many think Dow can hit 30,000? If 30,000 can hit just like 30k, 30k by 2021. Now we are somewhere 25,000, just another 5,000 more important if the coronavirus is contained. So that's why I share with you that COVID-19 vaccine, because one, they contain that. Donald Trump, at the end of the day, whether he out or he's in, is irrelevant, to be frank with you. I will have another session to talk about Donald Trump, and the general election. This will be a special topic which I want to share with you guys some of the facts inside there. So I'll get my team to do the research in there. But more importantly, what he has proven that stocks will tend to do much better than many other products. And also you can see right now the Dow Jones is up almost 52% from the top, and then this is where you want to be buying lower. So again, the COVID-19. So when you look for newspaper or headline, always look for the COVID-19 vaccine. Once the news comes out with WHO, remember I already teach you guys how to look for the news, what to look for together with the charts. That completes the full cycle to make you a better and a smarter investor. Am I correct? If I'm correct, give me another thumbs up, because that's all I want to do, make you a smart investor in here. So let's look at the great disconnect, something I want to talk about, right? Why do stock price go up? And this is why I said it's good that you bring your children along, especially those who are studying in high school or in primary school. Let them know what's happening to the world. Why is people unemployed? Why did COVID-19 came out? So the thing here is, why do stock keep going? If you look at from here, unemployment rate now is actually more than 14%. 15% you have the crash, you have the GDP go down, but yet the market go higher and higher. And this news at that time was 100,000 deaths. Now they are talking about 208,000 deaths by November. Now it's already 130 already. Okay, so there's about another 70,000. So what do Donald Trump do? He just hide in his what we call his White House biological bunker, they call it. Now, also important here is about this CNBC stock market man. Like me lah, I'm your stock market man, I'm your Sifu, I'm your TradeVSA guru, you know. All this, just trade me. I'm a local guy lah. This guy, Andrew Ross Sorkin. So he was discussing with Stephen Colbert why the stock market is up, and because investor are betting on the vaccine. So on the right hand side, you will see this is a QR code. Again, use your camera, take photo of it. It's a very short one, just about 5 minutes. He talk about the US economy, and you have a better understanding. Just what I'm saying. It's just that I sum it up for you now. Go and listen to Andrew Ross Sorkin and how he talks about it. And again, vaccine. If you think vaccine is going to cause this market, and because people already sort of price in the vaccine inside, just type it in there. Okay, vaccine in here. Now, there was a question, Raja said, can SmartRobie filter for Sharia stocks? Now, for Sharia stocks, just go over the stock fundamental individual, you just type it, look for the S, okay? And if it's an S there, it's a Sharia compliance, all right? Just take note of that one. So from time to time, if I spot your question, I will answer them, all right? So let's move on in there, okay? So, after talk so long, people say, when are you going to go to your furniture counter, Martin? After half an hour already, right? So why I always do that is because to give you a perspective of what's happening to the world. Because I want to train you to be what we call a top-down investor. Anybody know what is a top-down investor? Type it in there. Top-down, okay? Now, if you know what is top-down, just type top-down. If you don't know, just type 4. I will explain to you. Okay, what type 4 if you don't know what's a top-down investor, right? Okay, let's go on. So which counter should I buy or not? You said you got dividend share also. Again, sorry, I have to cover. Now the reason why for the top-down, you need to understand the macroeconomics. Then you go down to your furniture counter. That's right. So let's look at the furniture counter in here. So of course, the furniture counter in here we talk about is Homerids, Lehan, Po Huat, Federal International Holding, Latitude, and Wegman, because they're already saying, please wear a mask, stay at home with the wooden furniture. I hope you like that quote also, right? Okay, so this is where the whole point. Now, if you look at it, if you look at all the furnitures in Malaysia, right, they all have their own website, they have a nice thing inside there, and probably have a little bit of Chinese character. Most of them are actually run out from either in Bukit Mertajam, in Johor, in Batu Pahat, Pago, or in Muar, which is known as the furniture city of Malaysia. Now, how many of you are listening from Johor? You are listening from Johor, okay? Please type it in there, Johor. Okay, Johor. Now, that for those of you who type 4, the top down means you understand what's happening to the world, then only you zoom down to the particular sectors in there. Okay, so in here, you'll see, you look at this company, very decent. Then suddenly you say, wow, walao eh. Atta Global suspend chairman after he was charged with drug trafficking. Wow, so dangerous. So the management involved in hard drug cases, right? So there's a lot of this funny hanky-panky going on in there. So it's very important when you pick those company, you have to pick looking at the strong management inside there. Else, not good. You buy a stock, like this, of course the stock will tank for a while, then go back up usually, but it gives you the fright, isn't it, right? Okay, few of you are listening from JB. All right, great. Okay, so in here, so what are the criteria that goes into selecting furniture shop? Now this is the part where you want to get ready your camera. If you're watching on your desktop or on your laptop, get your camera ready, because I'm going to show you some criteria in here. So do we look at enterprise value divided by sales or enterprise value divided by EBITDA? We don't look at all those. We look at something here, or you look at cash on hands. What is that you look at for? All right. So the answer is SmartRobie. Right, as I said before, SmartRobie, which deemed as a pocket Bloomberg, pocket Reuters can do here. So right now, this is where you want to get out your camera, and it's a 10-way fight, okay? Because I put out about 10 stocks for you, which I analyze it, and I find the one that did pretty well are those with the FA rating. Now, RCE Capital, those of you have, what is the rating for RCE Capital? Anybody? Just type it in there. What is RCE Capital? Give me the ratings. All right, those of you who have, give me the ratings. RCE Capital in here. Now, this is important. What I did was I picked those 8-star is the maximum, okay? 1-star, 2-star, not so good. You get 6, 6, 6, and 4 is good. So if you look from this list inside here, I'm just going to go through it. So bear with me, I'll spend some time. So Pohart, you know, they all do furnitures, right? One way or another, either they do wooden furnitures or they do office furnitures, right? With the exception of Federal, which is item number 8. Item number 8 is Federal International Holding. I think they got into some sort of limelight recently because Moa Bunley, which is actually a plantation, trying to buy 5% of the thing. So there was a bit of hoo-ha here. But if you look in terms of all things, all these furnitures fellas, they're very small cap money. Now you compare to the Top Glove, different story altogether. Top Glove, everybody wants it. But this reason why we talk about furniture, because not many people talk about furniture. And also very important, I want to teach you to rotate out. When you make the money from furniture, sorry, you make the money out from the rubber glove, where do you move your money? You tell me. Now you get the point, right? I'm teaching you how to do rotational. You move your money out from where? You move the money out from the rubber glove. As you go higher, you take profit. You move it maybe to furniture. All right. So I want to let you pick the best one in here. So you look at the market cap, very important. So the big market cap is the one you want to focus. Like those Gucci red one, like the Atta one, got management problem one, drug cases one. Normally all the market cap very small one. That's why you want to avoid those. You can see Malaysia Furniture FIB 50 million. Now market cap again is available on SMARTRobie. Just click on it. But also in here you can see a revenue, Pohart make a 70% revenue. Now this is where the part you can see, very interesting. PE is very low, and that's why Robie give it a 6. In the case of Pohart, they have about, this one is all million, 700 million, right? ROE of 11%, which is about the same with many of the slightly lower than the rubber glove maker, and the PE very cheap, 6 times. If you compare to some of the rubber glove, they are like 80, 60, 70. Okay, so this is very, very cheap. So that's why I talk about the foreign funds. Remember the foreign funds? So when the foreign funds comes in, they're going to look for which one has the lowest rating, right? In FA, which one has the highest rating in Robie? Okay, those with the 6 and the 8. Now that's why I talk about what we call the top-down investing approach, which is what I thought. Many of you type 4, isn't it? Remember, you don't know what is a top-down investor. That's why I'm going to teach you. You understand, you come and listen to me, the macroeconomics, what I talk about in here. Then you will know why when the foreign fund come in, they're going to muscle to all these stocks. Then you know why you make. And also look at the cash on hand. Now, these are in million, and this all from annual report. My team actually went in to dig out all this for you. Just for you. So do I deserve another thumbs up? If I do, give me that. So you can look at the millions that they have. You look at it, Pohart have a revenue turnover of 700 million. My God, they got 120 million. That's a lot of money. Imagine you take 50 ringgit out and withdraw 120 million. Your office will be full of stacks of money, you know. Lihan got 145 million here. The loss-making one, don't need to see like loss-making Evergreen and Euro SP also loss-making. That's why it's rated a 1 in here. And then you look at Latitude. Latitude is okay, but it's rated 2. The reason is because you look at the ROE. The return on equity very low. So a return on equity very low and PE very high. This is where Robie won't rate it high. So, okay. Do I say this makes sense, right? Okay, so this is important. Okay, so this one here you can see the cash on hand is important because you want to buy a company that have a lot of cash. What happened to AirAsia today? Right? Kena PN17, isn't it? Why kena PN17? Because liability more than asset means you owe people money lah. I think AirAsia still owe me money, they haven't refunded me for air ticket. Now, how many of you have asked for AirAsia refund? If you ask for AirAsia, please type it inside there, AirAsia refund. Okay, now I have to ask for AirAsia refund. After PN17, money also don't get lah. Okay. How many have AirAsia refund typed in there? Just for fun, if you take a look, right? But as I said before, AirAsia must survive lah. No survive, I also don't know what flight to take. Let's maybe delay it. I say, never mind, you pay me later or give me an IOU notes, okay? So going back to cash on hand is important, isn't it? Right? As I said before, they have a lot of cash, 3.2, but they have a lot of debt also. So this company have a lot of cash, but their debts are very, very low. Why? They're all Chinaman company lah. Chinese company very very kiam siap one, no. Okay. Many of you ask for AA refunds. Yeah, that's right. So this is what we see going on. So important, so take a photo of this. You go back tonight, and as you flip your phone, you see 120 million. You can check this. You can go to annual report. My team will check it for you. Latitude 137 million. So easy the easiest to check. Choose those that is 6 and 8, 6 out of 8. Very high cash on hands. There's only in here. Some of them very small one. You can see here. Federal International Holding. They do a bit of Starbucks renovation. This is a federal thing. They have a Menara Choi for on in BJ that's a 1 in there. It's still rated a 4. All right, partly it's because the PE is kind of low too. All right, take note of that one. So just going to move on. So we sort of have a 10-way fight, but eventually it goes down to just 3 candidates. Now, who are these 3? I think you know, right? So let's look at the top furniture's chart right now. So if you have a Pentagon Guider, if you have followed it, at least from it first came out, you had made the 24%, 45% for Pohat, 24% for Lihan, Home Rates another 15%, and Federal about a 31%, just following the TradeVSA. So that's why when you see those sectors, you know what to buy. When you wait for the green Pentagon, you can do the same thing too. So now Martin say, okay, you ask, why do you think furniture maker sector will recover in the COVID-19? Many people are saying, look, the furnitures all are not doing well and people are cutting back. But you all know the answer, isn't it, right? The answer is very simple, right? The answer is because if you look from the trend now, this comes from the Malaysia furniture. You notice, normally, end of the year. What happened? End of the year, there's always increase of sales one. Why is that end of the year? Anybody? Makes sense, right? End of the year. Now, this is a trend that they see year in and year out. Just show you a snapshot. Now, of course, if you look at the orange one, you see here, the sales actually dropped by COVID-19, right? Now, this is during the period of the most intense what? Remember, March is the most intense what? During the MCO lockdown, isn't it? Isn't it? Correct not? Okay, so good. So going back to the question, if you don't know what the answer is, I'm going to share with you. Because year end, a lot of people do renovation. Because Chinese New Year or Christmas, correct not? So that's why you see, and don't think about Malaysia lah. Malaysia so small market only. This is where US, Europe, right? Christmas, remember? They do a lot of renovation, so you can see the sales really go up to December. That's why you see. So right now, because of the COVID, the thing dipped down. We still got 6 more months. July, actually more like 5 months. July. So the recovery is going to go up. Make sense not? That's why I ask you to think properly. The macroeconomics, which I show you, which is a top-down approach, right? Then looking at the charts, you will get it right, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. So that's why I think going forward, people already say, no, I stay in this house for like 3 months, 6 months, cannot leave. But once the economy reopen, maybe I want to change the furniture, change this a bit, change that a bit. Because why? Kena COVID-19 dirty, I have to change, right? You see my point or not? But okay, so there'll be a big change from that one because they've been sitting in the whole house looking at the same furniture. Psychologically, if you've been sitting in a whole house with old furniture and maybe you got COVID-19 kena there, right? You also want to change, right? This is the trend. So if you look for also the statistic from Malaysia Furniture Association, the global market are still buying and they're changing their furniture. No doubt about it, but only less, especially during the lockdown. So you look here, America is one of the biggest market for Malaysia. Now, if you look back the same period, January to April 2020, the wooden furniture actually just dropped very slightly only, which correspond to the other statistics that I showed you too. So this one give you a bigger picture. America, Europe, Asia, all are actually buying in here. They are buying, but just that during COVID-19, they are doing less. Just right? That's what I've been talking about. Even right now, you are spending less because you don't go out. But once you start going out, you're going to be spending more. Correct not? So does it make sense? Agreed, right? So the reason why this was brought up because of one of these news, all right? They say the furniture stocks are back in Vietnam. This is a lot of hearsay. I was trying to look for this newspaper, Chinese newspaper quote saying the Furniture Association said that sales were brisk during the COVID-19. A quick check with Home Rates, which is one of the stocks I talk about, right? During the MCO, January, February is bad. Now, distributor had to run down the inventory. They couldn't do it because of the restricted border. They cannot do it, but then understanding shipping capacity is so full. So now it start to pick up during the MCO in May. So the production will normalize, just like the chart I show you, right? Year end February, dia akan naik punya. So you already know this already, right? So Q2 will see improvement. No rocket science, isn't it? And also good dividend, right? How do we know? Go back to SMARTRobie and do this. So this was the news that I heard. So I couldn't confirm it. So I took my team and they went and checked out all the facts. So we presented to you. And that's what you will find out at this is a good share to him. So if you look back to this, no doubt people are being locked down, but they can order online like the IKEA and online furniture retailer. So that's a new trend that I see also after going through the research material, right? Yeah. I cannot, but I can get delivery, isn't it? So they'll start be doing delivery inside, and then they might build all those things. So the pickup will have in mind, just like that little rumor news that you see. So we're going to see this really pick up towards the second half of the year, or really in October. So while this news, not many people talk about, you hear it first on my live FB. That's why stocks are slowly moving higher and not lower. What is in 6 cents now? You think about it. Online retailer like IKEA. Okay, so let's look at the attractiveness of the furniture maker sector. We look at it globally. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you see every year, furniture are growing. They don't grow as fast as rubber glove lah, because rubber glove because of COVID-19. So no choice. People are dying everywhere in the world, right? You saw Brazil president also kena the COVID-19. Next Donald Trump kena lah. Maybe Donald Trump don't kena, maybe one of the member kena. One of his White House people kena. But if you see here, you will see a steady trend. Definitely less than 8%. Previously, we saw rubber glove was just around 8 to 10%. But because of the rubber glove, it shot up to 25%. Right? I don't think there will be another world incident that people will go and buy furniture, isn't it? Right? Suddenly I have to go and buy furniture. Because such thing, not. Maybe buy a chair or buy a lazy chair, something, right? So again, all this also tied to world population. Okay, world population are getting more, they're not getting less, right? Because even in China, they said, the one-child policy tak cukup, because the son misbehaved. Alright, so they want to have another second child. So world consumption are really growing. So the next thing which I always talk about is furniture consumption inside here. The Chinese and the American year on year. I don't have the latest data. Okay, it's up to 2015, 2007. You can see every year people are really consuming more and more. The growth, okay, in terms of China is doing well. They will grow 8%, 7% growth. And right now, you can see that because of the lockdown has been easier for the Chinese are starting to travel and they're shopping more. So when they shop more, they're going to consume more. Now, this is just one trend we see in Chinese in Europe. How about the Chinese in China? Can they start to travel or not? Right? They can right now, right? They're reopening, isn't it? Even the Beijing one, they control already, right? Germany, they're reopening. UK, they're reopening now. Okay, France, they're reopening. Canada, not sure yet. South Korea, Italy reopening. Only US is locked down, and US is one of the biggest in terms of consumption of furniture. So when these fellas start to move, we'll move up. All right. So look at those trends inside there. Very important. Okay, so also look at the in terms of market share, who are the biggest player in here. So far, the growth for Malaysia has been around there, 2.5%, 2008, 2019. But it's a sizable amount. It's actually quite a small amount, 180 million annually in it, and only ranking number 4. China and Vietnam and Taiwan beat us. We are very close to Taiwan now. Vietnam, of course, Vietnam much bigger. They got more forests. They can chop. And then China will do even more for that one. So this basically telling we are not far ahead we can do better, and we are number 4. So wherever you go in terms of the World Timber Council, the World Timber Association, Malaysia show there one. Malaysia, China, Vietnam, number 4 is Malaysia. Okay, so take note on that one. Okay, many of you don't know furniture, isn't it? Especially those of you who are doing engineering. How many of you are from non-furniture? Now type in the sector where you come from. Just curious. Just type in the sector where you come from. If you're from IT, you type IT. If you're from petrol, you type petrol. If you are from manufacturing, electrical, just type it in there. But I don't think many of you are from the furniture making, unless you're in Johor. We have a couple of friends inside there from Johor. Am I correct or not? Okay. Let's move on. Now, also next thing we're going to look at is to look at the relationship between stock price to earnings on the quarterly basis. Now, this is absolutely free on TradingView. You just need to know how we're supposed to type out. Now, if you look at the relationship between the stock price and the earnings, you can see right now earnings drop, right? Earnings drop, price also drop lah, right? And if you look here, when the earnings goes up high, usually, right? And when it comes back down, it will stabilize it around 160. But when it start to drop, the earnings will drop. So going forward, I presented a case. November, people will buy more furniture. They want to change furniture in here, right? So the earnings is going to improve. So earning improve. That's why the stock price already jalan, my friend. Remember the green pentagon, which I show you. If you follow much earlier, not in July, maybe in June or May, you're already in about 20-30%. But there is still time. So wait for the next slide I'm going to talk about in here. All right. So next one is also Lihan. You can see, you can see the quarterly earnings goes up, then drop, goes up, and you do take note. Lihan actually dropped slightly, from $3.20, went down to 175, came back up, and right now plateau. But what do you think? Do you think the earnings is going to improve? Maybe not this coming quarter, Q3, Q4, third quarter and fourth quarter. Will it improve or not? Right? Remember, when you buy now, it pays a dividend, right? So that's where I'm going to teach you to talk about the winning portfolio. Okay? Make sense or not? Okay. Some of you, Joe, you're in furniture, right, Joe? Great. Okay, so maybe I can ask you for some advice. So you can see here, quarterly earnings, the market will drop up. The stock price is going to move back up again. So same thing for home REITs, okay? Home REITs, you can see the earnings fluctuate even more. And when they have this big drop here, okay, for the first quarter and second quarter, we know likely to be down, but we're talking about Q3, Q4. Remember, we are rewarded for the future, not based on now. Very important, so you're following. Yeah. So if you look at home REITs, it's a quarterly. You can see right now, pick it up, and when the quarter move up, we move up. So all these are signs, ladies and gentlemen. Now we just don't look at the charts, we look at the earnings, and we try to tie them together. And the platform we use is actually TradeVSA. Something for you to consider onwards. So let's look at the furniture maker. We have 3 stocks. So I've narrowed down for you home REITs, Poh Huat and Lihan. So you see from the charts right now we have in here, definitely we have some opportunity. You can look at the trading plan by the SMARTRobie, or you can do a better timing using some of our advanced setup that we teach in our masterclass, something you want to consider. So you can see in here, Poh Huat is already up, coming back in. It hasn't run yet, not like rubber glove, right? And you have this Lihan also pop up. You may turn green pentagon very soon. So we will see whether we'll do or not. Okay, just give you some projection in here. So far we come to this point. Which one do you like? Now I've given you a table below. Which do you like? Home REITs, Poh Huat or Lihan? Now if you have to buy one only. This is not like you have 4 wives. Sorry, not 4 wives. 1 wife only. Okay, because you want to expose to one sector only, because I'm going to teach you the next part of this one is the winning portfolio. So type it in there. Which one do you like? Okay, home REITs, Poh Huat or Lihan? Now if you don't know, very simple only, go for the one that have most cash. Which one has the most cash? Okay, please type your answer inside there. Which one do you like? Okay. Poh Huat is PAT. Please, everyone, just type your answer in there. Which one do you like? We have Poh Huat on one corner in the middle. We have home REITs, which is also rated a 6 out of 8, have 81.7 million. Okay, ROE of 15%. Then we have Lihan. Lihan is 20% ROE. Actually, Lihan is a much better fighter. If they're going to fight out, which one do you like? Okay, type it in there, please. Okay. Lihan, Poh Huat. Of course, price will be different Price will be different. I think the cheapest one is home REITs or Poh Huat, depending on how much. But we will go through a couple more slides in here, and we will finish for the day. But I just want to type your thing. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Okay, very easy, because I just want you all to choose. Okay, it's important. You all must learn how to choose home REITs or Lihan. Okay. So if you all next time make money and you see me, just buy me a cup of coffee. Or maybe you can come to some of our classes and so on. Okay, So you guys decided it, home rates are in here. So let's go on. So now remember SMARTRobie, you can look at all the news inside here. Now one thing, do take note, item number 2 here, you can look at Pohuat. COVID-19 furniture maker had a net profit Q2. Okay, that was in June. And the Pohuat also warned June second half of the year of a bigger hit. Okay, bigger hit. So they already, Q2 is already bad already, but Q3 and Q4 are bigger. So all this bad news, right, it's already been priced in already. So this is why it's important. You look at the news, and yet SMARTRobie able to give you a positive sentiment. That's why the AI can do it in here. All right. So another way of using SMARTRobie, if you look at Lihan, will definitely be what, right, ladies and gentlemen? Using the fundamental. Okay, you don't need to pay, just use it after night, it'll be good. And also do share this with your friend, you find it good. So this one, if all the things that you see on the little Excel table semua datang dari stock fundamental in here. So you can see here under value in here, the target price is $3.80 right now. You can see Lihan is $2.70, target price is $3.80, a potential 40% up move over here. And guess what, how many percent you pay? 5% dividend. So is it Sharia or not, ladies and gentlemen? You can see here Sharia for my Sharia friends, for my Muslim friends. You see S, you see here S? Boleh nampak tak? You want to know more? Just click onto your SMARTRobie, go to furniture, find out more. But I'll probably summarize for you, everything all senang-senang for you. You just need to do the timing of the chart, then you want to masuk or tamam masuk saja. Okay, because we're going to go on to the next section, okay, which is building the portfolio. Another section I want to teach you guys too, okay, due to the time frame that we have. Okay, so far you enjoy my talk? I want to make it very lively. That's why I say bring your children along, let them learn. I also get my children involved too, but my children not so interested to learn about investing. He's more interested in engineering. But then next time when he make his money, he want to make more money, he will learn investment. Correct? So that's why you must tell your children also. Okay, let's go on to the next section here. So as a summary, let me give you a summary of this, important to know. So these are the target price that Robie has, okay? For home REITs, the cheapest is actually home REITs, correct? Then Pohuat 180. Of course, if you want slightly quality, it's $2.70 lah, right? Home REITs is the cheapest, 50 cents, 60 cents only lah. The one got big movement. So here, again, all three stocks for Muslim fans, semua Sharia punya. You got target profit here, 72 cents. Now it's doing 58, a potential 25% at 8.5 times PE. Pohuat is at $1.18, 154, 31% upside, and Lihan have 40%. So some of you, let me look at you. Some of you, 80, somebody 80. 80 is what? Alan Tan asked, what is 80? Oh, P80 is Pohuat, that's right. Yeah, P80 is Pohuat. The middle one that you see, very funny. Some people ask, 80 office system. Actually, that's Pohuat logo, no? Yes, it is. It's like a house. I don't know why they call it 80 system. Yeah. Pohuat is also good. Okay, all three is good. But which one will? That's why I said only buy one. Or if you want, buy 1.5 lah. Maybe buy one Lihan, another half. Okay, because I'm going to go on to the next part, the building portfolio. Now also take note, there will be some window opportunity right now until the furniture maker announce more quarterly results. So look for the trading plan in each of the EPS date. Now in the Robie there is a trading plan. There is an EPS date. I think most of them are August, 26 August, 28 August, which is 1.5 months from now. So right now during those months, there will be time where the results are bad. Expect the result to come out this coming August to be bad, because it will reflect 3 months ago. But it's the Q3, so you can wait until after August. But if the chart goes up, you want to buy, go ahead. That's why it's important to study those timing in here. So you want to accumulate on weakness, buy on technical signal, and use the SMARTRobie trading plan. Do take note of the date, the EPS date. Okay, it's already inside there for you. Okay. Okay, so now let's go on to, so we complete the first part of the presentation. The next part, which is the portfolio, very short, need two things. So again, get your camera ready. Okay, everybody, have you got your camera ready or not? Right, let me just explain to you too. Okay, so you get the camera ready in here. So the first tip to building a portfolio, again, diversification. Always divide your capital into a portfolio about 8 to 10 stocks, depending on capital. Smaller, maybe less than 6. Again, some of you will come to me, Martin, I got 5,000, or somebody will come to me, Martin, I got 2 million. If you got 2 million, come and see me. I manage funds too. All right. Okay. So no matter how good you are, there's no such thing win all stock. You will have some losing stock. So that's why you need to diversify to 8 or 10. Never put, and also the rotational, which I tell you, you rotate out from the apa itu? Rubber glove, right? Rotate to some to furniture lah. Don't now only going to rubber glove. Now you go into rubber glove, you die lah. All right. So the key to winning portfolio is that you win 80 to 90% of the time, and you might minimize losses from 20% that turn back. So the rotational play is one way to do it inside there, right? Out of 8 to 10, you're not going to win all right? And never put all eggs in one basket. That's the reason why. Don't buy all three. Please, you buy one and a half, or you buy one. Okay? Because the sector, if you move the same one. Okay? So this is one tips to winning, 3 tips to winning portfolio. So, okay? Take photo already. Okay, Colin Chan, thank you. It will be more if we make money applying what we learned here. Yeah, okay. I'm sure you'll make money here today. The only thing I hope for is to share these things. Okay, let's go on to the next slide. Now, 4 well-kept secret in fund allocation. This is more for those of you. How many of you have family with 2 young children? If you have family with 2 young children, just type family there. Okay, so another technique, I actually share this with some of my clients that I have. I manage them. So how many of you have family and with 2 children? Okay, something you can do and start planning for your retirement. If you have family with 2 children inside there, do let me know. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to go on to this one here. Okay, good. So next one, first point is divide your initial capital to equally 8 to 10 stocks. Now, I know some of you only have 20,000. I'll say, how? That's where I talk about the FD, isn't it? Correct, no, bro? FD, don't put so much there, lah. Maybe just put 1 or 2 months, just enough. The rest, you put it on good dividend stocks. So, of course, there will be volatility, ladies and gentlemen. But that's why it's important to upgrade your skills, isn't it? By attending courses, go to free talk, listen to free FB. Whenever you're ready, you want to, take it at a high level, you decide, okay? So, you divide the initial capital equally to 8 to 10 stocks. Smaller capital, less shares. Okay, if you're smaller capital, you have to do less shares. Then for subsequent waiting, right? Each time that you wait for the buy signal right now. So you buy whether it's stage 1 accumulation or you buy advanced setup, because the advanced setup that we teach in our masterclass give higher winning rates. Means it gives you in the much better. Some of the guys who is listening and our people, ladies also listen, our masterclass holders, so they learn to time it better. That's all only. They have better win rates. It's something that you do to improve yourself lah. All right, and then number 3, or you can just use the Pentagon green buy or any other signal when you want to invest. All right, now if you don't have an investing system or whatever, just use SMARTRobie investing system out there. Okay, now point number 3. Okay, keep investing in the regular period. Okay, once per month if you have it. Don't now all sapu everything lah. Some people are now very bullish, all sapu everything. You can take some money out. Okay, let's say now you already make some money in rubber glove. Okay, take some, just keep a little bit. So you must learn how to take partial profits, isn't it? That's why we say take partial profits and reinvest, which is actually the point number 4. Okay, so keep your portfolio balanced as possible, where each stock hit a certain target price. We have target prices, isn't it? In SMARTRobie, right? You rotate them out, take partial profit and move it to the next target. So this is like an exercise, like a football team. You're the manager of a football team. You got 11 players. Easy, right? This is easy, right? So some fella like rubber glove is your striker. The fella been playing for full, not 1.5 hours lah. They've been playing full, let's say 60 minutes. You take him out lah. Let him rest a bit. You rotate your substitute inside there. You think you are the manager of your football club, whether it's Liverpool lah, Manchester City, Arsenal lah, or West Ham. So same thing. So it's important, not many people talk about this, but I want to share with you very simple things that we do. But of course, when we do it in our classes, masterclass, we do it a bit more deeper. All right. So SMARTRobie really helps you to trade. All you got to do is you're the manager of your football team. So what are you going to ask Robie next? We already showed you all three. So again, something that I flash out time and time again is about looking at the overall market. We are in bear market right now. That is the part where you have the biggest opportunity of gain right now. Here, a lot of fear, and as we move up, we're going to have a new bull market. I do believe we are slightly in the beginning of bull market. A lot of hope, a lot of optimism going in there, and let's make money. So the best solution is always try to know yourself. Don't follow the herd. Always look at the facts. get SMARTRobie to help you. What's the real objective in here? If your real objective of investing, like what I've shared with those 4 tips for winning portfolio, right? And if you don't have us, use ours, okay? And you want to get better, adopt us as your Sifu, as your coach, and get some coaching. And also don't forget to watch our weeknights 9:30 stock analysis and review by Zach. That's the one where he covers a lot of the stocks. I cover more of a macroeconomics, so giving you a bit of everything. And most important is to be happy with our investment. Isn't that true? Right? If you can be happy with your investment, know your limits, you'll be happy, just like me. I'm happy too, just to teach you guys. All right. So that's all we have. And also, don't forget, for our members, we do our monthly meeting this coming Saturday, strictly for TradeVSA member. Now, some of you may want to express to join our TradeVSA members. There's a number inside there. You can contact Zach. Zach will give you one free invitation, just by invitation, to see what we do there. A bit more than what we do every Wednesday. So it's at 1 to 3 p.m. this Saturday on our Zoom. Usually we do face-to-face. I think by August we'll do face-to-face. You come over, we look at the issue clinics, we look at the coaching and mentoring, we look a bit more deeper than you. It's not for everybody, but those of you who want to go to the next level, something local. If you're interested in coming this coming Saturday, just WhatsApp Zach, said one-time special invitation. Let you see what we do there. All right. Now again, many members will have all our sectors, what stock to look at. These are all our premium membership, those of you who wanted in here. And also, SMARTRobie still continue to be free. So post MCO, as I said before, learn how to invest, be infected. Now our next masterclass, for any of you want to take it to the next level, we are doing our August intake 8 to 10 and 12. And remember, one of the big benefits is that every time you can re-attend. So 1 year we do about 5 times. So once every 2 months. So if you paid once, you attend 5 times. That's like 5 times 3. That's, you calculate now. So it's really, really worth it, because we really want to go out. So if you think my talk tonight is good, think about the masterclass, how much we're going to teach you guys too. All right. So let's go. I'm almost at the end here. Thank you for your time. And also, because we only cover Malaysia so far, I want to do something that I'm very good at, the US market. That's right, because I do see the new trend that is coming out. In Malaysia, is only so much. What happens if this, rally doesn't come? So that's why I always tell my members, I learn how to diversify. I'll teach you guys in one of my US trading strategy inside there. We do a bit of trading, we do a bit of investing, a bit of both. So our 3-day masterclass, the date is the June one. So we would look at the dates for the August, same time also. We will do that one too. All right, take a note that one in here. And don't miss out our update. Join our TradeVSA Telegram, all right, in there. And don't forget, my next date with you will be on the 18th of July. So take a photo of this one, where I'll talk about the turtle trading system versus volume spread analysis, okay? The battle of the trading master. And also include CIS trader case study, which the one I showed you about the Japanese guy who made 20 billion from 3 million in year 2000. So I'm going to talk about the technique he used, and we compare to the turtle trading system inside here. So that will be a great one. Registration, it's on there, but if not, go back to the our TradeVSA Telegram group inside there. There is a registration in there. Make sure you register first come first basis, okay? For our battle of the trading master, turtle trading system versus volume spread. Especially some of you who really want to learn about volume spread analysis in there. Cover Dow, I do cover Dow, but on our master class. Okay. All right, so that's all I have for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow there won't be any breakfast show. I'm going for my training conference, and I'll be back with you on Friday. If not, Saturday, I'll see you in our monthly members training. Those of you who want to come for a one-time off invitation, you can do so. The number is just right at the scrolling screen there in there. I think I done pretty good tonight, isn't it, right? Some of you like home read, some of you like Lee Hen, some of you like Po Huat. I'll leave it up to you. But furnitures, as I said before, right now we are dipping down year-end. There was going to be a pickup, and I think and it does pay a pretty good, decent dividend. Don't know, just go back to the YouTube. So that's all I have tonight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I didn't take too much of your time. You can go up and have a cup of coffee and look back at some of the points. I'm sure you took down a lot of notes, isn't it? Right? Do share with me in the WhatsApp, whatever we can, and let us know how we can make your user experience better with SMARTRobie and with TradeVSA. Good night. I'll see you Friday. That's right. I'll see you Friday, if not Saturday, or on the 18th of July, where we have the Battle of the Trading Master series. Thank you very much. Good night.